Hey there, good Tuesday evening to everybody. How are you? It's good to see you, and it's good to be seen by you. Welcome, welcome, one and all, to the show. I, of course, am the one and only Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you live, loud and clear from the spooky swamps of Central Florida. How are you guys? I'm really glad to see all of you, and welcome. It is Tuesday night, of course, and as you know, that means we're going to be playing some first edition AD&D tonight. And let me ask you a favor before we get going on that. Would you do me a favor, if you're just tuning in, if you're just watching for the first time, click the subscribe button, click the bell icon for notifications, and find out, stay informed of all of the ultra cool stuff that we do, not just our live plays, but our guest shows, our deep dives into classic TTRPG stuff. We've got it all, a little bit of everything. Tonight we're going to be playing first edition AD&D, and that means we, myself, my players, are going to play AD&D. You, the audience, are free to kind of enjoin with us, because I don't want this to be a static experience. I want you to be able to ask questions about what we do and how we do it in the live chat. Now, if I miss your question, someone in the game may answer your question. If someone in the game doesn't, someone else in the live chat might, because guys, I have not just the best looking, but the smartest live stream audience anywhere in the 5-night-a-week classic TTRPG YouTube streaming spectrum, and I will kill on that hill. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight. Now, tonight's show is sponsored. It is brought to you by something very cool, something very awesome here, and I want to show this to you guys because it is it's super cool. Tonight's show is brought to you by Rising Phoenix Publication, and their current Kickstarter is, of course, Empire of the Undying Sun. Now, let me ask you something here. Do you like the state of D&D as it is right now in the year of our Lord 2025? You might not. Maybe you do, and that's fine. I don't judge. I'm just asking you. I would dare say, I would go on record as saying, we are probably largely first edition AD&D fans. You like AD&D. I like AD&D. But you know, are you just going to keep generating your own stuff all the time, just nonstop, without ever being able to really enjoy it? Are you just going to play, keep on the Borderlands, Against Giants, Tomb Horrors over and over and over again? They're great modules, to be sure, but what do you do these days when you want more first edition and you're not cooking it yourself? Well, obviously, you can't get any, right? That's where you are unright. That's where you are counter right. Whomstead have said that you can't get first edition AD&D these days? Whomstead have? Well, nobody with some good think meat in their noggin. And that is why tonight's live stream is brought to you by Empire of the Undying Sun, a 450-page horror fantasy campaign for 5th edition and for 1st edition, with dreamwalking, wargaming, talent trees, a shifting mega dungeon. It's got high fantasy, it's got low fantasy, it's got an infinitely replayable wilderness adventure designed by yours truly, in addition to other adventures that I have, and that 1st edition goodness that's in there. That's not just something we're paying lip service to. First of all, I'm doing it. Second of all, I have written the first edition parts of Empire of the Undying Sun. The work to convert it to 1E is being done by yours truly. And I'm so honored to get a shot at doing this. Guys, we are 16 days away. We're a little bit more than 2 weeks out from the conclusion of this. We're almost there. All right, look at that. We're almost at $11,000. I want you to go here. If this is the kind of thing you like, if you like seeing new content being created for first edition, I want you guys to go here and I want you to back this project because I wrote part of this. And you might say, okay, that's enlightened self-interest. That is, I get it. You're selling us something. Here's the thing. My participation in this was not incumbent about a paycheck. My participation in this was about making sure that first edition stuff got done. Yes, Yang had me write some adventures for it. And when he started talking about offering this for 1E, I didn't even let him get done typing before I was typing back. I want to do the 1E conversion. I want to do the 1E conversion for this. So this is the jam. If you guys want some of my 1E stuff and you've already gotten everything that I've written already, here's where the next comes from. Don't miss out on this, guys. It is 16 days to go. It is less than $5,000 away from being back. Get in there, contribute to this, make it happen. All right? Do that for me. Do that for me. The link is right there in the discussion. So please do that. Robert Phillips says he scored a copy of Dragon 22 February 79 over the weekend. That is one of the key issues of the Dragon, and I would dare say it's as important as the very first issue of the Dragon. And do you know why? Do you know why, kids? Do you want to know why? I'll tell you why. That is the issue that contains the backbone, the framework, the skeleton, the spinal column of the AD&D combat and adventuring system. Imagine it's February 1977 or 1979. You have a monster manual, you have a player's handbook. You're kind of limping along using OD&D and these brand new advanced Dungeons and Dragons books. But suddenly in your local hobby shop, you've got it. You've got the combat tables. You've got XP reward system. There is enough in issue 22 of the Dragon that right then you could start playing AD&D. It is an essential issue. It is absolutely a great issue. Get the PDF of it, guys, and you'll see what I mean. You will absolutely, verily see what I mean. Because it's out there. It's unobtainium for the most part. I was 9 and 19. I was still a couple. I jumped into AD&D when I could just buy AD&D. But anyway, that's why it is essential. So many youngsters out there. And Darth Brooks, good to see you. One more thing I want to go over. If you're sitting out there watching right now, I have an answer to that, Bob Gnarly. That's actually a good question. We're still waiting for some people to trickle in, so I'm going to answer your question here in just a second. But I want to point something out. If you're watching this live stream and you're looking like maybe you haven't been here in a while, like I haven't seen Darth Brooks in a bit. Darth, I don't know if this is your first time tuning in since this became a thing. If you're seeing this, your eyes aren't deceiving you. This is not like a piece of printed cardboard. This is an actual box. No, I did not lose my marbles and go spend $26,000 on a new mint OD&D set. Yes, GM, you do not recognize the bodies in the water. This is a reproduction of the original Dungeons and Dragons box set. Inside, it contains a copy of Chainmail, the 3 booklets, and the reference sheets. Would you like one? I'm waiting. We are giving away 4 of these on Christmas night. And here's how you qualify for it. Here's how you qualify for it. We have a Patreon. We have YouTube memberships. Patreon, to become a patron, is $1 a month if you want to come in at the lowest tier. YouTube, the lowest I can set it to is $2.99. So if you're thrifty because it's the holidays, go to Patreon if you want in on this. Join us on Patreon. Join us as a YouTube member no later than October 31st. That's 15 days away, isn't it? No, that is 17 days away. 17 days away. You have 17 days to become a member supporter on YouTube or a patron. Stay a patron and a member supporter through the end of December. So that's 2 months. And you will get, your name will be put on the wheel that we are going to spin on Christmas night. Me and Mrs. the Dungeon Delver sitting right here celebrating the holidays. And 4 lucky people will win a reproduction of original Dungeons and Dragons. Now, there it is. It's very simple. Subscribe, become a member by October 31st of this year, 2025. If you're watching this in 2027, you're out of luck. Then stay a member or a YouTube subscriber or a YouTube member or a patron for 2 months, and your name's up on the list. Coming in at the $10 level doesn't increase your chances of winning. Doing both doesn't get you on the wheel twice. So think about it like this. For as little as $2, you can have a shot at a reproduction OD&D set. So I would hope that plenty of you guys would like to take a crack at that. There's going to be 3 other ways that you could potentially get your hands on this. Well, not this specific one. One is there is going to be an auction at Page, Philadelphia Area Gamers Expo. I am donating one to them. 2, there is going to be an auction at, and by the way, Page is in January of 2026. EggCon, July of 2026. I'm donating one for their auction. And last but not least, in October of 2026, Claricon in Glen Williams, Ontario, I will be sending the Dungeon Minister one of these sets for the Claricon auction. So if you don't win on the wheel and you're going to be at any of those 3, maybe you can bid it up. It'll be for a good cause. I want to answer. Jeremy says, if D&D became an Olympic sport, how would that work? Hello, Kabuki. Good to see you. Namaste, my dear. How would that work? Endurance. I think it would literally have to be endurance. Pardon my stupidity, but is chess an Olympic? I know there are chess Olympics, But is chess played at the like the summer games or something? I don't know. You'd have to put it in that same category, and it would have to be a team event. And that's fine. There's plenty of team events. Anyway, I want to answer Bob Gnarly's question before we get going. We're still waiting on one more person to settle into the back room. Bob Gnarly asked us earlier. He said, "I never understood why WotC doesn't cash in on Pod Dragon." So here's the thing. Here's the thing. That's a good question. That's a good question. Do I have it? Do I see it? Somewhere over here. Yes, here we go. They sort of kind of did that, but not really. This was released in 1999. This is the 250 issues of Dragon magazine on 5 CD-ROMs. They're scanned in PDFs. When you find PDFs of Dragon out in the wild, they're off of this set. This cost Wizards of the Coast a ton of heartache. Many of the people over the years who contributed to the Strategic Review and the Dragon did not give permission for electronic reproduction of their works. A lot of angry phone calls to Wizards of the Coast about that. More to the point, the last few issues of the Dragon on this CD-ROM, guess what? They contain Knights of the Dinner Table strips. Yeah. So the guys that made KODT, is it Dork Tower? I can't remember. No, I think those are separate things. Anyway, yeah, they got pretty hostile at WotC. What they got in settlement was the right to republish first edition AD&D, which they then proceeded to turn into Hackmaster 4th edition, aka the Mad Magazine version. Kenzer, thank you, Ptolemachus, Kenzer and Co. The Mad Magazine version of Dungeons and Dragons. I have many things to say about Hackmaster. Not all of them are particularly of a contumely way. But that's another discussion, not on a night when we have to game, because I'm going way long. Yeah, well, I mean, you're welcome to think that, Rich. But anyway, so that alone was a giant pain in the ass to Wizards of the Coast. There is so much other people's IP in there, you will never see those sold again. Buy used issues, track down the PDFs, because they're not going to do them print on demand. I agree with you, Bob. I think it would be like printing money. But if it cost you $1.50 to knock out $1, you're going to see where that's at. Enough of this. It's time for AD&D. I'm going to welcome in our players because thank you, Jeremy. We have got some AD&D to play tonight. Now, we're a little short on the roster, but that's okay because the folks who are going to be hopping in here, we've got, let me see here. Let me have a gander. If you want to pick up geese on radar, would you use a Gandar? Asking for a friend. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and bring in 3 of our players. First up, we have a guy. He's a swell guy. He's an awesome guy. He has his own YouTube channel where he talks about the deep wisdom of first edition AD&D. Everybody, I want to welcome this guy. You can find him at Doom Swords here on YouTube. Everybody say hello to Doomsword Deathmaster as Dirk Donagard. Dooms!
Hey, what's up, man? How y'all doing?
And you. Doing all right. And speaking of folks who have YouTube channels, our next player also has a YouTube channel where he holds forth on topics historical, TTRPG related, and just about whatever else he wants to talk about. You can find him at DN Disability. Everybody, please welcome Thane Kyle as Holder of the Cleric. TK!
Greetings, programs.
How are you, my friend?
I'm alive.
Well, you know what? Every day on this side of the dirt's a good one.
It's a
Tuesday. Exactly. Last and hopefully not least, he has no YouTube channel. He needs no YouTube channel, but he's an awesome guy anyway. Everybody, please welcome Gonzalo, aka Gonzalo Lira's Bar Tab, as Paul the Fighter. Gonzalo.
Percent liar.
Yes. So we're a little short-handed tonight, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it happen. Tim is he is literally a rocket scientist, so he's a little busy out there, and Kevin is under the weather. So we're gonna roll with what we've got because we've got some NPCs packing the party up. A shellback bow. This is first edition AD&D, my friend. I hope you will find it enjoyable. I hope you relish it as much as I. And if you understand that reference, you're as big a dork as I am. All right, so let's get to it. The party had traveled back away from the abandoned watchtower on the Borderlands between the Principality of Ulek and the Pomarj, a dangerous area where a lone bulwark against chaos itself stands, a keep located on the Borderlands, from which you set out to fly the flag of the Principality of Ulek once again. You know that you need to stock up on supplies, so you retire to the keep, a 4-day journey over land, and you find yourself once again back at the keep. Now, off camera, folks, I have distributed experience points to these doughty adventurers for their puissant skill at arms that they have exhibited up to this day. So, gentlemen, what is your intent?
Well, I think we're ready to head out unless there was anything else. I'm pretty sure we had gotten everything we needed equipment-wise, didn't we?
Yes, unless there was something specific. I seem to recall everyone saying they were buying at least 4 flasks of oil apiece.
I bought 6.
You bought 6.
Okay. Yes. But I'm a big, strong man, so.
With a big, strong plan.
That's right.
All right, so that brings us to Durek. Is he doing anything?
Yeah, so the one thing would be to check. I didn't buy any oil.
Okay.
I figured Paul and the others had that. I don't really use that stuff. So I'll carry it if I need to, but I don't think I need to.
I would recommend.
However, I want to go ahead.
I would recommend carrying some, even if you don't use it, unless that would be a violation of your oath to carry it.
No, I can carry it. It's used for all types of things, and I don't mind burning up some evil. So yeah, I guess I'll get some of those. I don't want to be caught in a grenade with a bunch of those. So maybe I'll just take 2.
Sir, are you suggesting that if you got hit with oil, I would start making item saving throws?
I'm suggesting that you should. Whether or not you would is a different matter. And then I maintain this apartment here as well with one of the Thruds who hangs out and he keeps my money under control.
Yes.
So I suppose I would check in on that.
Shellback bow, just a quick AD&D technical thing, because we talk about this. I like this to be as educational as it is entertaining for you guys. Mentions, just got my copy of the 1E AD&D Dungeon Master's Guide. Read where Gary said grids for minis and minis to use 1-inch squares equal to 3 feet and 25. That is right. Back in the day, AD&D still had roots hooked into war games, and that is why we fight 3 across in a 10-foot wide dungeon hall. So good observation, Bo. So let me. Got a quick. So let's see. All right. So at this point, Walt and Roy want to sit down and spend some days cross comparing, because they're brothers. They want to cross compare their spell books, and they say, Roy comes to you and says, this could be multiple days of copying. I'm not sure if you had wanted to depart immediately, but doubling our firepower is certainly a worthy effort, and even when one of us isn't, we can perhaps canvass the tavern to see, find somebody to step in as another adventurer since the monk died.
I mean, he was freed from servitude. I feel comfortable with who we have, but I agree that it's definitely an advantage if you can teach each other spells and both have access to powerful attack spells that will only help the group. I'm perfectly fine with giving you that time. There are things that I could accomplish here while you're doing that.
Okay. Dooms, Walt and Roy look at you and say, well, Captain, what do you think?
I'll tell you this. I do not trust magic. Okay, but I've seen it many times on the battlefield and amongst our group. And I would not want to travel out into the wilderness, into a very dangerous situation without at least some sort of firepower, as you call it. But I am fine to let you stay and do what you feel must be done. Perhaps there is someone else who would accompany us. Perhaps there are other things we can do for the Castellan or others around here while you take that time. Because the only thing I am less fond of than going out and risking my life for no reason whatsoever when not properly equipped is sitting around on my laurels.
Of course, I understand. Then Roy pops up and says, you say you hate magic, but, when I animate your corpse so we can walk you out of the dungeon and get you raised properly, you'll understand the utility of it.
You must understand I would have to be a corpse first. And,
Well, I mean, exactly. But, it's an emergency. It's carry the body or walk the body out. Well, anyway.
Is there a... I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Is there a job posting board or anything of the like in the keep for just short-term issues that need tackling?
Let me circle back to you on that. The short answer is yes, but have a quick question. Alan, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, all of these episodes, click on the live tab every Tuesday night for how long has it been now, Dooms? Is it 4 years, has it?
Yeah, TK was actually in before me, and I think he was in November of 21 or 20.
Yeah, so we're coming up on 4 or 5 years of content, taking the occasional week off, or the month of December for the holidays. you've got a few episodes if you want to go back and start listening, my guy. So absolutely, you can check that out. Popper Knight, good to see. Oh, by the way, thank you for popping in from over on X. Love my X peeps. You guys are awesome.
Holder, what do you think? Do you have any priestly duties or anything to attend to here, or are you being spoken to about something that we could do in the short term?
I have. So, I'm going to pick up a couple of pints of oil and a third pint for my lantern. So, 3 gold worth of oil. Otherwise, as far as I am concerned, I don't need anything. If we want to, I've been thinking about this. Why don't we pick up the material components for me to cast a glyph of warding? Now, I'm not going to foot the bill for the material component, but the party might want to. And so it's just a thought. It is a advanced spell, and the cleric must use incense to trace the spell and then sprinkle the area with a powdered diamond of at least 2,000 gold coins worth.
That is some spell.
It is. However, here's the rub. It can cover some 50 square feet, and more importantly, it's basically permanent until discharged. So,
what is this glyph of? What does it ward against?
Anything that doesn't enter the password that touches it.
So it does damage.
It does 2 points per level of damage. So in my instance, it would automatically do, say, 14 points of damage to whatever touches it, right? That doesn't go off. So it's one of those things that
they have to touch it. It's not an area effect. They have to actually touch the glyph.
Well, it wards an area, right? So let's see. What is the exact wording here? Any creature touching the protected area without first speaking the name of the glyph the cleric has used to must save as a must serve, which I'm reading great today, guys. Sorry. A glyph the cleric has used to serve as a word. So you're using a word as a glyph. That's a horribly written sentence, though. Will be subject to the magic it stores.
What's the
Saving
area?
throws apply. Yeah. So it would be to an area. Now, that said, there's nothing stopping me from carrying this to casting this on, say, something like a bed sheet, unrolling the bed sheet in a doorway, tacking it to the doorway, and leaving it there.
Is the glyph consumed once it goes off?
Yes, that's the downside. But it is a guaranteed I'm going to hurt whatever burglar alarm kind of thing. It's just something I've thought about on and off. It's not something we have to do because it's really, really expensive, right?
It'd be very useful in these dungeon situations because it could be a third guard essentially, or a way to protect us from one direction.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Yeah, is that while it's not something we have to use immediately, personally, I think it's cost prohibitive. I think the cost is too high for what it does. That said, it is something Holder would mention because it is a deterrent for monsters, because if they touch the door that we're sleeping behind and they get hit with a bug zapper, they might not want to hang out and do things,
I mean, we could. I mean, I don't know what other people's thoughts are, but I would be willing to kick in enough to. Do you have funds at all, or have you tithed everything?
I have my funds, right, and I need a fair number of my funds such that I can continue to do my holy work and advance in my order. If you follow what I'm saying. But that said, I do have funds sufficient that I could fund this spell on my own, probably about once, and be comfortable. But
I would be willing to kick in enough to fund one the diamond is what we're talking about, correct? The diamond.
the diamond is the thing of sufficient value here because, and also to be fair, we'd have to go somewhere where we could buy a 2000 GP diamond for Christ's sake, right? And I don't expect the Keep on the Borderlands to have it, right? But it's something to consider in the future as we near a city, a place where we might be able to get our hands on that diamond dust, right? That
well, let me talk to the Castellan. He has told me that if I have questions or I need anything, I should come directly to him. So maybe he would be willing to maybe he has something like that we can buy. We're not asking for anything. We're just asking to buy something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We have tremendous wealth on the cart. Unfortunately, none of it is diamonds. Whether or not your plan is sound, that should be something we shall see. But we certainly do not lack for money.
Well, let's do one.
In the form
that
of
way we can
gems
test
and
it.
jewelry.
We can test it out, see how it works.
Well, I am fine with testing the efficacy. Yes.
So it sounds like we want to try to. We're going to stick around for a little while at least and try to see if we can get an audience with the Castellan and let him know that it's a, this is not a political or high priority adventure headline meeting. This is just a financial transaction that he may be the only person that can help us with it. However, there is a money lender here in the keep, correct?
There is a money lender here in the keep. Yes.
Why don't we go there first just to make sure they don't have anything like that before we go to the Castellan?
Yeah, and can we? I'm sorry. Oh, I don't even. Thank you. I didn't even know who I interrupted. What of the job board? You were. I think you were going to say something else about that, and then
I was just going to mention there's no like I think a green dragon from Hex 33A30 ate my sheep. Please go check it out. There's nothing like that. Job postings here is typically like mend my fence. Need new boots. Cobbler John costs too much. That sort of thing. As far as getting work, you'd have to you'd have to ask among folk like the church, any merchants that rely on caravan goods, imported goods, which is a great many of them for some of the more durable stuff. Although since the Caves of Chaos have been suppressed, that's there a lot more local industry is springing up. And as far as other things, you could talk to the Castellan, that sort of thing.
Right, and rumor mills and stuff like that. Of course, we could strike out to the Caves of Chaos and see if anything has happened there. Perhaps we should take different tacks so that we maximize our capability while here.
Sure.
Should I go to the church and perhaps find if they need anything? It is God that is different than mine, and you know how I feel about that. But
that sounds good.
Perhaps some good would come from it.
I will attempt to get an audience with the Castellan.
Okay.
And Holder, what will you do?
I can purchase base supplies. Feel free, just mark the money off your sheet, mark the items on your sheet. I can handle those kind of transactions if we want.
How much does the incense cost?
Actually, the book doesn't give a quantifiable price for it, but don't worry about it. I got it, whatever it is.
Just let me know what you spent.
4,000.
What?
Doom's like, okay. No, the incense actually goes, I think it's under religious items. An incense stick is a gold piece.
Okay.
So you can afford your own incense, right?
That's my point. Yeah, okay, yeah. The big price item is the diamond. It's kind of like how when you identify something, the big price item is the pearl and not the goldfish.
Well, so you can get some incense and also at least check the money lender to see if if they
That's what I
have,
want to do.
yeah,
Yeah.
and see if they have any diamonds. I'll try to set something up with the Castellan, because we can both ask for work potentially, or see if he has anything
Well,
done that he needs done, or if you can't get diamonds at the moneylender, perhaps he can make a trade.
now, here's my thought, guys. I thought we were going back to that tower to explore that basement. I mean, I know it's dangerous. There was a
Yes.
troll, there was a black pudding and stuff. I get that. But if we do come down with enough oil, etc., now that we know people need to bring fire, as an example,
Right.
you know, there's also one thing we could look at, depending on how long we want to stay here. Bill,
Sure.
The medieval world was familiar with the concept of a syringe.
Yes, I know, quills and that sort of thing. Yeah.
Well, they weren't syringe based, no, but the Byzantines, we have evidence from Byzantine artwork of use of Greek fire, and it looks as if they're being used, and the best theory I've seen of it being used is with basically what is like, those cheap super soakers your kids have from the pool. They're basically a big syringe.
Yeah.
It's basically that, but filled with naphtha, and the Byzantine version of naphtha. My question is could we have one of those made?
No.
Okay. It's not hard to do. It's just leather and leather gaskets. It's genuinely not hard to do, but
I understand.
okay. Well, I figured I'd ask. It is something to consider, party, if we have to apply oil vigorously in the future, because it would be a great way to dump a couple pints of oil onto something very, very rapidly.
I'll just shatter my container on it.
Yeah, but this we can actually point and spray.
And further to your question, good cleric, I did not mind returning from whence we came and slaying all evil within. However, we are short on magic if we allow Walt and Roy,
which they've already begun.
And their jokester. Yes.
Well,
we do have Beak. We do have Beak.
Well,
he is not nearly as proficient as them.
Beak died.
Did he die?
Yeah.
Bye, Beak.
Waiting a couple of days wouldn't kill us, though. Like, if we have to wait 3 days for the wizards, I mean, so be it. Go get drunk, squeeze a bum, do whatever. Bash your head into a concrete wall, whatever it is, paladins do.
Krenet is the 4th level human female fighter is my hireling, or henchman rather, and then you have 2, which is the ranger and I forgot.
Right.
Even with them, I would not return to the tower without our 2 wizards.
Yeah, but if we have to wait 3 days or whatever, in my opinion, that's no big deal. Even if we had to wait 4 or 5 days, it's so what?
Right, but like behind the curtain type stuff is, that's their way because the player is not here, right?
I know, I understand that, but I'm trying. My character wouldn't like. It's one of this is sadly this is where I'm going to hide behind the shield of my character wouldn't, So yeah, we can find.
Well, mine doesn't know either, so absolutely. Let's wait for the wizards and return in earnest, right? And slay all evil within.
It's like, are you going to walk out on the open battlefield naked? I mean, if you're suicidal or an idiot, but like otherwise, at least wear a helmet. And
I only did that one time, and I was intoxicated. I really would appreciate you not bringing that up all the time.
Well, that reminds me of a very awful joke. I know. Oh God. I'll type it in chat. Our chat, not their chat. Sorry, chat.
So, yeah, I think we have some short-term stuff we can do, and why don't we meet up at the tavern when we're done?
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Alrighty. So, who's going where? What is Paul doing? Tell me right now what
Paul is going to seek out the captain of the guard, or whoever it is that he spoke to last time, and say that I would like to speak to the Castellan, this is purely a matter of finance. It's not important, but if he has some time during his, when he normally sees just the general population, I would appreciate being put on the docket. He's told me that if I have an issue or questions, I should come.
All right. So, what is your question then, sir?
I will. We are wizards who are engaged in study, or rather, our cleric who's engaged in study and a method of helping us take full control of the tower and plant the flag of Ulek, needs to have some reagents for his spell casting, and they're gems that the moneylender may not have, and we're happy to purchase the gems if he has them for whatever price he would ask for them.
Well, sir, that's between you and the moneylender then. I suspect that he may or may not. I'm afraid I know very little of the thaumaturgical art except what I see demonstrated during the harvest fair, sir.
So I can't see the Castellan?
Oh no! I will tell him you wish to speak with him, sir.
Okay.
I must confess my confusion. I thought you were asking me if it was permissible to ask the money.
No, not at all. I need to speak to the Castellan in case the moneylender does not have such. We're talking about gems that very few people might have. And
I see, sir. I see. Yes. All right. So, I will tell the Castellan that you are looking to purchase gems that the moneylender may not have, and thus being the case, you might inquire of him, sir. Is there a time you'll be back, sir?
I'm willing to wait here. I guess I am waiting on our cleric to see if the moneylender has it. Perhaps. Honestly, I was just looking for a spot. I didn't expect to be able to go now. Could I go in tomorrow? Is it possible to see the Castellan tomorrow?
Oh, yes, sir. I shall. I shall speak to the scribe, and I will seek to make an appointment for you, sir.
Do you know my name?
You are Sir Paul. Yes, you are Sir Paul, sir.
Paul is fine. I appreciate the sir. I'm not a knight, but I appreciate that, and I appreciate your efforts. Thank you very much. I'll stop by early tomorrow to see if the Castellan can see us. I appreciate
Very
it.
good, sir. Very good, sir.
And I will, at that point, head towards. That didn't take very long, so I'm going to head towards the moneylender and wait and see if I see Holder there.
Okay.
All right. I'll run buy the necessities for the party, the small items they need, but then I'll head over to the moneylender afterwards and see what they have available. I also do want to speak with the party when we all convene about another interesting spell, one that I don't typically use, but it might be useful in this instance.
Okay. All right. So there you are at the moneylender. Oh yes, sir. What can I do for a man of the cloth today, sir?
I need several thousand gold worth of diamond dust, if you have it, as arcane as a request as that may be.
Well, sir, I'm afraid, aside from an ornamental stick pin or two, we're probably not going to be able to help you. Such a thing, should you find it, would be far away in the capital city of the principality, sir.
Yeah, I figured as much. All right. No, as far as I'm concerned, since you are a money changer and I am here, I would perfectly enjoy converting my 5,400 copper pieces, 9,100 silver pieces, all into platinum coins, if you'd be so kind.
Well, too.
Well, gold if you can't, but platinum would be preferred.
A moment, sir. Let me consult the books, if I could, sir, please.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He pulls out a big ledger and big crude pince nez and proceeds to leaf through it. And let's see. Let me have a look. See here, sir. All right.
Well, it's 10 silver to a gold, right?
Yes. Or no, it's 20 silver to a gold.
20 silver to a gold, so. Well, that'd be 455 gold.
Yeah.
And then it's what? How many hundreds of copper at this point? For a gold piece?
It's
200.
It's 20 copper to a silver. Actually, I think you may have been right. You know what? I can never keep this straight in my head, and I apologize for that.
Third edition beat the 110 into my head, so 100 silver is a gold, and then
10 copper to a silver, 20 silver to a gold, 2 electrum to a gold, 5 gold to 1 platinum.
Okay, good. Can I have that copper again? My apologies.
10 copper to 1 silver.
Okay. So yeah, it's 200.
So it's 200 copper to a gold.
Okay.
He will more than happily convert that to he says, now, sir, for purposes of carrying things, for an amount like that, I have several gems. I'm afraid not many thousands of gold worth of diamond dust, but I do have gems that are worth 500 gold.
No, the spell components that I'm looking for here specifically mandates that it must be diamond dust, I'm afraid. So unless you can grind that much in diamonds, then sadly, we are at an impasse.
I'm afraid not, sir. I have precious and semi-precious stones, but no diamonds, sir. 1,000 apologies to you, sir.
That's okay.
All right.
Can he convert what I can out of that to platinum, though? Is that possible?
Yes.
Absolutely.
He will happily convert that. There is a exchange fee.
Okay, and what's the exchange fee?
10%.
Okay, so that would be let's see here, times, so that fee times 0.1. He gets 48 gold out of the exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that means, let me subtract 48 from this. Okay, so I get 434 gold's worth of platinum out of it. Now obviously, the 34 doesn't go in, or the 4 doesn't go in the platinum. But yeah.
Let me see here.
That's it for me.
He will happily bring you 86 platinum pieces and what is 0.8 platinum pieces? Somebody want to half a platinum piece would be 2.5 gold. So yeah, he will bring you 86 platinum and 3 gold.
That's fine.
All right. Or 4 gold, actually. 86 platinum, 4 gold, puts it in your hand. He leaves. He comes back up a few minutes later. There's a couple of brawny feud types with swords and whatnot here who take your bags. Before he gives you the platinum, he takes out a wand and mutters something and passes it over the bags and then nods to them, and he tucks that away.
Yep.
All right. So that is done. Paul, what are you doing?
Well, I had made my way to the moneylender after my short chat with the guards. I'm assuming
Okay.
I'm catching Holder right as he's finishing up.
Exactly.
Uh,
Uh,
any luck, my friend?
No luck whatsoever, I'm afraid. However, I do have a thought when it comes to reconnoitering this tower. There's no material component requirement for it. So I may devote a couple of days to casting a divination spell about the tower in question.
That I didn't know you could do that. Impressive.
I can. I don't like to because it takes my highest level of spell. And I like to use said highest level of spell to how do I put it? Utilize my anti-burglar device. In other words, wrap them in my, scaled friends and scream violently as they,
Well, your process is an enigma to me. But do we think we can? Do if we just get diamonds, can we grind them?
No, not really. Not unless you have a means of grinding said diamond, which requires more diamond. That's kind of part of the problem.
Okay.
Now,
Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
the problem is he just doesn't have enough diamonds. Period. Like at all.
Well,
So, yeah.
I have an appointment tomorrow with the Castellan, presumably, and maybe what do we want to get the diamonds? If we can just get one diamond, should we get it, or do we?
No, it's done because we'd have to find somebody that we'd have to pay and find somebody to grind it for us. We're not going to get that kind of thing unless we go into a main city anyway.
All right, it's settled then. We're off to the capital.
Eventually, yeah, not right now, but eventually.
All right. Well, then beyond this, I think that our work lies ahead of us, and I point over to the tavern, up the hill to the tavern.
Well, it's across the court to the tavern is fairly even.
Oh, I'm sorry. I point the other way over there. and wait for Durek. He's got some errands, and he'll join us, and we'll have a drink. Unless you want to start your divination now.
Well, actually, that's a good question. So, DM.
Yeah.
I guess so. Divination states. Let's see, where did it go? And of course, now the blind guy lost. There it is. Similar to an augury spell, a divination spell is used to determine information regarding an area. The area can be a small woods, large building, or section of dungeon level. In any case, its location must be known. The spell gives information regarding the relative strength of creatures in the area, semicolon, whether a rich, moderate, or poor treasure is here, semicolon, and the relative chances for incurring the wrath of evil or good supernatural, super powerful beings in the area. And there's a in my instance, 67% chance of success. Can I use said divination from this far away because I know the area in which I'm divining?
You know what? Let's see here.
The range is 0. And it's an area I'm familiar with, and according to the rule of the spell, which I just read out, it would seem to fit. So, I'll turn it over to you.
All right. So there's nothing there on that. Let me read this up here for a second.
Consulting the tomes.
Yes.
It's part of first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
It's a spell I usually don't pull out on DMs because it's really difficult for a DM to adjudicate as far as like satisfactory answers. Particularly wheel or woe spells are really bad. I'm only doing it to Bill here because he's tortured us with both a troll and a black pudding within 2 encounters of it after a fire giant. So at this point, he deserves it.
Man, that
All
sounds
right.
like a good time.
What's that old joke? Why do we have a Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms? That sounds like a fun weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have the bureau to keep your tobacco, alcohol, and firearms in.
There you go. Exactly. All right. So, considering the duration. Let's see. Is this the one that's yes or no questions?
No, it's
That's not.
it does not seem to be, because that's augury. Augury is yes or no.
Right. Okay.
This just say the spell gives information regarding the relative strength, etc., etc., the compound list.
You're
Right?
absolutely welcome to cast it.
Okay.
Do note the end piece, which is if an unusually potent divination is attempted, sacrifice of particularly valuable gems or jewelry, magic items may be required. We got a lot of jewelry on that
Yeah.
card, like obscene amounts.
I
Okay,
don't.
I'm about to start giving this stuff away if you guys don't find a use for it.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the use for it would be to monetize so I get XP so I can level, because I'm still a good deal away from
These
that.
things, well, I'm talking about the things that have value that we've already received experience points for.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm still like not quite 30,000 XP away from level, like 33 and change. And so that said, if I need to make a sacrifice for it, sure. I just want to know whether or not there's treasure in the bottom of the damn tower. Like, that's it. Like the area we are familiar with, did we because that'll tell me, did we miss a secret door? Did we miss a secret compartment? Did we miss hidden or invisible treasure?
Pawn did have a 500 gold piece gem, by the way.
Okay.
Just pointing that out.
We could also see if any of our gems that we have in our jewelry, if we want to be really mean to Bill, if we could see if any of those are sufficient diamonds, and then we could have those ground. There's that.
Yeah. I'd have to go back through y'all's inventory list and look to see what is potentially there. By the way, Paladin Steve, thank you very much for the very funny super chat. ATF should be a department store, not a Fed agency. Also, I want to mention something. When I kind of stretched like that and grimaced, that is no reflection on the players, the audience, anything like that. I'm just in a tremendous amount of pain in my back right now. That was not directed at anybody.
Oh yeah,
else.
that sucks.
I hurt right now.
Yeah, so there's only 12 different types of items. Some of them have multiples, 12 different types of items regarding gemstones and jewelry that have not been appraised. So I think it's kind of pointless.
But we can't grind it up here and now. So we don't need to know here and now if we have that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of pointless to know at this moment, especially since again, I mean, if you guys look at that treasure sheet, the Google sheet, we're sitting on an obscene amount of wealth.
Well, yeah, and that sounds like we need to take that wealth to a city and maybe use it to get our hands on some magic items.
We can use it to trade. We can use it to trade for training. We can use it to liquidate, whatever. But it's a bunch of stuff that we weren't able to. We have 2 or 3 things on there that are worth 10,000 a piece that we just don't have a way to split up and no way to liquidate into a splittable resource.
Just since we're discussing this stuff, Bill, I know this is quite exciting live stream going on right here for the listeners out there. I know you're digging this vibe. So can we in fact buy magic items? Can we just nip this in the bud?
Not here.
Okay, no, but I'm saying in the world. I don't know how he's running his world. I get the feeling we can't just go walking around buying magic items.
Generally speaking, no.
Okay, so that we shouldn't even worry about trying to do something like that.
It's not. Oh my God, Uncle Brat, thank you very much for the super. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Any stone will grind diamond. It will abrade slowly. Very true, by the way. But thank you, Uncle Brat, for that incredible super. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you.
Normally, I would leave lovely pithy comments up, but as we are gaming tonight, but it is appreciated, really appreciated. Thank you. All right.
So we can take care of that at some point later. I think the important thing is now that you attempt a divination, and Bill has not said if he requires any gems or jewelry for you to do a divination on this.
If you're gonna be like ground penetrating radar, I want detailed IR scans. I want a satellite footprint 24/7 level of coverage. Yeah, you'd better break out some gemstones. And something else I'd like to point out: a blood sacrifice is required for divination.
What
is it?
The material components of the divination are a sacrificial creature.
There you go.
Have to kill something.
Huh, okay.
What's your alignment?
Oh, well,
he's a pacifist, by the way.
Yes, but any cleric can sacrifice an animal. Like, that's regardless. Creatures count as animals count as creatures. Like, I could sacrifice a goat. It's fine.
You could try to sacrifice Paul. I mean, he's there.
It's true. I could. But no, like I could and even necessarily being a pacifist, I'm not a vegetarian. You know, I'm happy to, as an example, sacrifice a cow, cut away its fat, take its internal organs, wrap them in the fat, grill that, and then leave that as offering to the gods while we then eat the rest of the cow. That's what the Greeks did, as an example. Thank you, Iliad.
So, well, I mean, you know, if we, I'm not opposed to that. I mean, your religion is one that is. Remind me who your deity is again.
Let me see. It's the Celestian. He comes up about once every blue moon. He is what, neutral good, I think.
Celestian, that is a fine question. Let's see here. Greyhawks. Celestian. And let's try and find something. Yes, just where I want to get my Greyhawk information, Google, from the Forgotten Realms wiki. Seriously, Forgotten Realms people, just get your own pantheons, your own heroes. Anyway. All right, so Celestian. Celestian is an Oerdian god. He is called the Far Wanderer, brother to Far Langan. It is said that the two followed similar but differing paths. Celestian is neutral good, but his worshippers may be of any alignment of good. So let's see. Rituals. Celestian services are held outdoors under the starry sky. Doesn't really give us anything. Doesn't really say much as far as sacrifices or that sort of things, or no sacrifices. Worshippers, he has a small but has but a small following, being revered by astronomers, astrologers, navigators, philosophers, dreamers, and others who are interested in the sky and cosmos. Millions and billions of worshippers. Let's see. Have been banished. Perhaps their crimes, such as mercy or love for humans, often take to worshiping the Far Wanderer because those sunlight hurts. Oh no, that's talking about nocturnal races. Clergy. Let's see. You've got your clergy here. Home of Celestian, holy days, his gift. Nothing really in there about sacrifices or no sacrifices.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you could do it, and Paul is neutral good. He would, whether or not he doesn't specifically worship your deity, but he would obviously be on board with most of his message.
I just asked you to hold the goat. That's all.
Like, I can take care of it. I can spill the blood if you want to remove yourself from that.
You know,
we'd have to make sure that we're doing this in accordance. We may want to check with the local church to make sure they don't have any rules.
Well, that and all we have to do is go out and we have to go and find somebody that's willing to get rid of one for one. There's that.
We've got the money. We can
Yeah.
we can buy a goat.
Yeah. Well, and that's also one of the reasons why I go for something like a goat instead of a cow, because cows are far more valuable.
No,
At least it's to daily life. I mean, not like I'm not
Right.
keeping out on the god here. What I'm saying, like to a farmer, a cow is worth 10 times what a goat is.
You don't have to rationalize your behavior to me.
Well, that defense was more so to like Bill before he accuses me of speaking out. No, I'm not looking for constant updates or anything like that. It's more or less like give me an idea as to where there was treasure. You don't even have to really show me where specifically. Like I don't need to know the 5x5 area that it's in, but like, you know, was there any treasure in the long skinny hallway or that other or either of the rooms we've been in or the adjoining hallway? That's what I would consider a small section of dungeon, right? I'm not going to get constant updates on it because it's going to be over a week from now. I assume that any monsters I were to ask about, that's going to change in a week or so's time. So, but I assume the treasure's not going to change. You know?
Can I suggest something?
Yeah, go ahead.
What if you were to ask your god to speak in more general terms? I understand that the need for wealth and tithing, but what if you were to ask what the main threat or what the greatest evil as a whole was there, and its numbers or power?
That would probably require a sacrifice, like a monetary, like valuable, like do we have like a 1,000 GP necklace or something I could throw in the proverbial fire?
Well, you can ask Bill what he has to say on it.
Getting down that specific, yeah, you're gonna have to throw some gems in there too.
Well, that's up to,
it covers, the spell covers all of that. Like by default, it covers, it's a 3-part compound list what it covers. So it covers a lot. It's a good spell. So I'm only interested in the treasure aspect. So basically a third of the spell effectively, but I do think that getting all 3 parts out of it, or as much out of it as we can, is useful. So yeah, do we have a Doom Sword? Is there a particular piece of jewelry that we want to get rid of that's not like, say, a 10,000 GP ruby or something stupid?
Yeah, there's a spinel worth 1,000.
Well, we can start there. And remember, the spell only has a 67% chance of success. I very well could botch this and then have to try again tomorrow. So,
I have faith in you.
Well, it's one of the reasons why I don't want to go shoveling like, well, here's a 10,000 GP, you know, perfect, flawless ruby, like, yeet, you know?
I think, what? What did you say?
Remember, I am 30.
YOLO,
right.
bro.
No, I mean, Paul is completely on board with getting Holder whatever he needs to do this. And once again says Pawn also has a 500 gold piece gem if you think that will work. So maybe we could go ahead.
Yeah, let's try one. Let's try the 1,000, and then if I botch the 1,000, we can try the 500 as a backup. Does that sound good?
Yeah. And but Durek had some something he was doing as well. You were going to the church, right, Durek?
The Church of St. Cuthbert, I have sought ye for what seems like an eternity.
Welcome, my son. Welcome. What
I thirst.
You thirst for knowledge?
Yes. I needed a place to get around my own kind. We are of a different kind externally, and philosophically we are of a similar kind internally and of the mind. I also had questions for you, provided you had time to patronize a brother in his quest for knowledge.
You may make your inquiries, my son.
My first question, and I hate to be so formal, but my first question was, is there anything that the priesthood struggles for? For you see, regardless of the priesthood it is, within reason, those that I consider my brothers, in other words, it is my duty to uphold my sacred oath to help you in any struggles you may have. So I was simply checking in since we happen to be in the area.
Well, it's interesting that you may ask that. For many seasons now, there have been rumors of away to the northwest of the keep that there is one who calls himself a holy man, and keeps to his own. Rumors have filtered out. Some say he's an unsavory fellow. Others have said that his wisdom, though fractured, doesn't seem to be inissimilar. If he is one of a faith that is to be lauded and considered, I would know his name and where he is, so that we might record him in the official writ of the diocese of this locale. My duties keep me here at the church, and I certainly could not ask one of the flock to go traipsing off unequipped into the wilderness. Perhaps you could, my son.
Not perhaps. Of course. This is what I live for. I will happily do this for you. Second, am I correct in my assumption? Perhaps understanding more about the faith as it is written than I do, even though we are from different denominations. Am I correct in my assumption that if I were to want to help the keep and its inhabitants, its defenses, and everything else, that I should come to the priesthood, whom I trust the most, to do that, rather than going to the warriors and politicians who run the place?
Well, my son, you must understand the Castellan and his men, they do an able job at keeping those who follow the billet and other lesser religions, those who live here in these strong keep walls, keeping them safe, my son. I deem it an honor that you would speak with me first, if it is clarity that you wish, unabated by political concerns or the rough language of the mustered soldiery of this place. Then certainly you may absolutely come and speak to me in confidence. But as far as needs be for direct information, take your time then with the Castellan and his assistants and those who guard the bulwarks of this place. Do not consider it do not consider it burdensome to talk with them as often. I am buried in my own work here in the chapel.
Indeed, and please offer your forgiveness, brother, for you are much more knowledgeable than I. And I simply stated something in an indirect manner because I am used to talking to politicians, whether they be general warriors on the field, infantrymen, archers, warriors, generals, kings. They all speak in the same manner, for it is a feature of battle, or of the battle mind.
Yes.
My question to you is, if I were to make a sizable donation, would a portion of it reach the Castellan, as you deem necessary? Would a portion of it reach the poor, as you deem necessary? would a portion of it reach the merchants and anyone else who needs help here, as you deem necessary? And would that be a trustworthy use of my donation?
Well, the church remains untaxed by the throne that is held sacrosanct here in the principality, and indeed amongst many kingdoms that hew to law and good. As far as
As I
helping
expected.
as far as helping the poor and the needy, well, yes, of course, any such donation and tithe would be greatly appreciated by the less fortunate. Not that we have too many of those here in the Cape. You see, families are strong, and the work those who can no longer work are tended to by their families very well. But of course, crises arrives, and when that happens, the church is there, a billet in one hand and the other outstretched to help.
Indeed, and this is what I was positing, and this is what I had figured. I had just not been as familiar with the Church of Saint Cuthbert as I should have been. I have a sizable donation that I would like to make. It is in my apartment over yonder. If it is the same to you, I do not care if it is done under the light of the sun or under the cover of moonlight or shadow.
Of course. No. Let such work be done in the full light of day. The we are no strangers to the worshipful attitude and mindset of those who follow Foltus here.
Aye, and Foltus wills it. Do you have anyone you can send with me that we may retrieve this? Perhaps a cart is in order.
Yes. Brother Mark, please accompany Durek to his quarters, and take the wheelbarrow with you. All right, so Brother Mark goes with you, and I just want to give a shout out to my guy Matthew Tapp there. Where did I get that? Well, I think you well know Matthew, and Matthew will be here as our guest on Thursday. I'm really looking forward to that. Matthew Tapp of Barrows and Borderlands. We're going to have a lot of fun talking to him. Anyway, back to the game. So Brother Mark accompanies you.
All right, yeah. So in the I forget, but I forgot a word. Anyways, in the interest of brevity, I'm gonna open up the door and I'm gonna have Thrud help me load up this spare coin, or this loose coin that I have, that I'm gonna donate to the church, and hopefully this guy can carry it over, because I've got 8,800 silver pieces and 5,400 copper pieces that I no longer want.
This is going to take a lot of trips, a whole
I've got all
bunch of trips. You are moving 3/4 of a long ton of coins.
Yeah.
So yes, it takes a while, but you can get that you can get that done, and you may now, in addition to everything else, add 50% to any reaction rolls that you ever have to make with a member of the clergy of St. Cuthbert here in the Keep.
Ooh, awesome.
Yeah, just 50% right off the bat. You can be like, I'm just going to kill this peasant in front of you. Is that okay? They're like, I guess. All right, so yeah, the outpouring is of gratitude is incredible. So let's do that. Alrighty, everyone. So that's taken care of. What else do you guys wish to do now? Are you going to perform the divination?
Well, Paul allows a Holder, once he's got everything he needs, to speak to
they
Durek about. I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, I was answering somebody else.
Oh. Do you have everything you need? Should we? I know Durek has secured some long-term lodging. Would that be the best place?
I mean, that's not a bad idea. As far as I'm concerned, if I'm going to go, slit open a goat as an example, I'm not going to do that inside, if at all possible. So I'd rather be outside, mostly just to keep the blood off the floor.
Gotcha.
And the smell.
I mean, I do think that we need to then. Do we need to actually talk to the church, or do we want to just try to pull this off behind one of the stables?
I mean, honestly, I would just like go into a farmer's field. Frankly, I don't think the farmer's going to care.
Well, I mean, it's Celestian. You're probably going to want to do it at night under a starry sky.
Yes.
Yep. And out in the middle of a field's fine. I really don't think the farmer's going to care.
I don't think there's any fields around here. Are there farms outside the keep?
On the immediate keep map that, of course, we're all familiar with the keep on the Borderlands area map. No, but further to the west, yes, there are farms to the west off the map.
Okay.
Like further, what's further?
How far further?
Maybe an hour's ride.
Okay. Well, then that's, I guess, how we can spend one afternoon stroke evening.
Yeah.
Because we have to go out that way to get the livestock to slaughter anyway. I'm not going to take any from the Castellan. So I guess we can, I'm more than happy to ride out and spend an afternoon going door to door. Hey, do you have a spare sheep, spare goat, spare small 4-legged domestic animal? Sorry, your children don't count.
I mean, I think it can just be the three of us, and then I'll invite Crinit to come along.
Yeah.
All right. So all that said, Durek, do you wish to accompany them?
Well, I wish to tell them of the mission from the church first, so that we can understand and establish priorities. So the mission from the church is that they have somebody that is somebody who's of a religious sort that hides out in the woods. They don't know much about him. They'd like us to go and see what's going on with them because they don't have the manpower necessary or the armed men necessary to go out and check on his well-being. And no, it's a matter of the church wishing to account for one of their own.
Well, maybe
so
it is.
Go ahead, Holder.
Oh, no. So it's just a hermit, an ascetic, a flagellant as an example, or that kind of thing.
Perhaps, but they do not know. They gave me no indication to believe that this particular individual was insane or anything of the sort.
Do we know how far away they are?
It did not appear to be very far. It was off to the northwest.
Well, maybe
that's correct, right?
We buy a goat in town,
a few miles off to the.
We can buy a goat in town, take it with us, use Holder's ceremony, and to try to go wherever we think this guy might be near, and hold the ceremony. See if we attract his attention. If he's a spiritual man, that may engage him.
Indeed. Either way, as long as I do this, my mission to the church is fulfilled, provided there's some measure of success. So I am in agreement. If dual purposes, the classic 2 birds with 1 stone is accomplished, I am fine with that as well.
What do you think, Holder?
No, that's fine with me. My only concern with getting an animal and bringing it in with us and not getting it direct from a farmer is A, inflation, but more importantly, B, getting the animal to march that far at pace with us, say on horseback,
Yeah.
etc. Dragging a goat with us isn't exactly very fun. But also that what if we happen upon a random encounter and a griffin sees said goat and then carries it off, and they only have to get another goat anyway, you know?
And these are valid concerns, and I would suggest that we bring your dog, who's gainfully employed under me, thank you, dog, with us as our huntsman, for he can certainly
It doesn't have to be a goat.
in the
He
wood.
could perhaps he
And
could hunt something for us.
It has to be a
he
willing.
could
It
kill
has
a
to be
deer,
a
I'm sure.
sacrifice. It has to be a
Paul. But dog, can Paul? Well, actually, Holder is asking whether or not you could capture a wild animal.
I mean, that's. I can set a snare. I can't guarantee what'll be snared in it.
Have you ever caught a rabbit before, sir?
Well, yeah.
But you
Well, there
usually
you go.
cut the rabbit by the head.
Yeah. I mean, they don't survive
Well, a
the
snare
snaring
might keep it
process.
alive.
All right.
No,
So
sir,
it
not really,
sounds to
no.
me like it would be better to just seek out a farm first and then head to check out the holy man. He's not going anywhere. Let's see what we can figure out about the tower at a farm, and then we'll go check on this spiritual holy man.
Yeah, and what you guys know about him as far as... Oh, sorry.
My apologies.
No.
Are you going to bring Cornet?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I'll bring Darg too.
So Cornet, Darg, Durik, Paul, and Holder, you guys head out. You follow the road to the west. Ascends. Well, I shouldn't really say it ascends. It goes to the northwest. It's not. It's a welcome to Developers Dungeon Live chat, Dying Breed. But yes, the holy hermit is probably not going anywhere. He has been down too long in the midnight sea. So yeah, a couple of hours and you start seeing actual farmland, tended fields, stone walls, that sort of thing. It's a good distance from the keep. Some of these look like newer places. Some of them look like places that have been restored now that the caves have been extirpated. That sounds like a great album title, Goats and Diamond Dust. And so there's one on the left, on the south side of the road. There's a lane that goes up there. There's fields. There's chickens, that sort of thing. Low house, wattled roof, closed fence around it, close to the house. So,
Holder, do you want to approach?
Yeah, that's fine. We can go ahead.
Well, I thought it might be less threatening if just you went up there. You're the one who, and then we'll be right here. I don't think there's much of a threat or anything.
Sure. I'll go ahead and move on up.
Well, seeing a body of armed men riding near his property, the farmer comes out. He's got basically this would function as an all pike or as a tree trimmer, which, let's face it, that's what all pole arms were farm implements that levies carried into battle first. So yeah, he's a barrel-chested guy. It's just big, beet red nose, broken capillaries on each cheek, big floppy hat, checked shirt, bright blue vest. Kind of hobbles up and sees you right and says, "You're no warrior."
Okay. Yeah. Hi. I just am actually looking for spare livestock of sorts. I'm looking to pay relatively well, but I need any kind of spare young, small livestock. Maybe an old goat you have lying around, a young sheep, perhaps, even an old sheep. Nothing necessarily too valuable or anything you're particularly caring for.
Core, you hungry, are ya?
Sort of. I'd also, if it's amenable, I'd also like to borrow your field. I have some stargazing I need to do this evening, and I think your field makes an excellent location. I will also pay you handsomely for it. Just for the evening, no demons are being summoned, no anything. You know, I just need
All
to
right.
I need to stare up at the stars a little bit.
What is your charisma, sir?
Absolutely dog shit. It is a 9, which is
That is a
why
9.
Holder played that situation exactly the way they just did.
All right. Do me a favor and roll percentile dice.
Yeah, no modifier.
No modifier.
I understand. Now, to be fair, I'm hoping the coinage modifies this a little bit.
Let's see. So 32, he's like, well, now show me the color of your money before I make a decision.
Sure.
Sorry, I can't do Jordy. I can't.
You're fine. No need to be angry about it. I'm going to go ahead and stick 5 gold coins in his hand and see if that makes him smile a bit more.
Yes, it does. That money like he stares at it a second, looks back at you. Go on, take whichever one you want.
Excellent. And then I'm going to stick another gold coin in his hand and say that one's for using his field tonight.
Well, there's an extra another gold piece field using fee. There's taxes, you see. The Castellan charges on the season, you see.
I'll give you an extra electrum and no
terrorists.
More. All right, he gladly takes the electrum. You basically just rocked up on this guy and handed him like $60,000.
I just handed him about 5 years' pay. And
not 5 years.
Not about a little more than half a year's pay, but still, that's like he could literally just sit on his ass and not do anything.
Good.
Yeah, he can buy all the other farms, and now you've created inflation.
Getting
Congratulations,
a real Bill Fernie vibe from this guy.
GM is stuck. That's Friday. GM. That's Friday. They won't recognize the bodies in the water. All right, so. Yeah, there's goats, sheep, chickens, pigs.
All right, we'll make camp, and I'm assuming it's okay for us to have a fire, right?
Okay. Yeah, he's okay with that. So if you're gonna make camp, I'll sing no coward songs, and you can.
We're waiting for the stars, so hopefully we've got some starlight.
Yeah. And then we can go ahead and sacrifice our animal and, perform the divination. Once that's done, though, I have no problem using said animal to, of course, feed the party. Even the Greeks ate their sacrifices. So
sure,
it's
and you all have roasted kid. Basically, it is just. It's good, any seasonings you guys got, you can put on that. Farlangen does not look down on some good cooking. But the question is, do you use Alabama white or do you go with Carolina vinegar? Answer carefully. All right. So clearly nobody's going to jump in on the barbecue debate.
I prefer a dry rub, thank you.
Okay.
No sauce at all.
All right. Well, that's you. All right. So you do that. You sacrifice. Roll percentage.
Now
South Carolina mustard's good too. GM. I'll take South Carolina.
Now watch me roll above a 67. Thank
11.
God. Okay.
11.
There we go. So at least we know it's successful.
All right.
I'm not being lied.
Say your words, priest.
Okay. Well, in addition to offering that 1,000 GP piece of jewelry, I am just going
I
to
thought we did the
ask.
500 first.
No, 500 second.
Oh, okay.
1,000 first. If the 1,000 failed, then
Okay.
then the 500 is the
I
backup.
misunderstood.
That's okay. Is so that dungeon, that tower, my character knows which one. And he
Okay.
can envision the tower quite clearly and the under
Okay.
contents.
Focusing on it, I understand. All right.
Yep. So, is the area rich, moderate, or poor in treasure in those basically what were 2.5 rooms, however you want to rule that as a DM, like 2 rooms, 3 rooms, 2 corridors, whatever that works out to be. I'll let you adjudicate that. And then so did we miss any treasure there? And is it being guarded by any powerful beings?
Yes, it is guarded. There is treasure there.
That we missed specifically.
Yes.
Okay. So there is still treasure hidden there that we missed explicitly. Okay.
Correct.
And then do I get any idea as to what is guarding it?
No, it is not. It is not that specific.
Okay. Okay. So but it is an evil supernatural being, I presume.
It is not supernatural.
Okay. Is it an evil super powerful being? Because it would tell me that.
Super powerful is relative. Probably not.
Okay, good. So it's not, this isn't being guarded by a lich or something awful. Excellent. And because it does tell me regarding the strength of the creature in the area. Now, I don't assume for you to tell me like hit dice or something, but do I have any idea as far as that goes? Are we talking goblins, giants, something more powerful than giants, some spectrum that my character would understand?
2 creatures of powerful and chaotic mien. They strike with they strike with bite. They strike with horn. They strike with weapon.
Demons.
No.
Interesting. Okay, I'll report that to the party. Chaotic characters with horns, teeth, weapons, but they're not demons. I could see something like gargoyles, but that doesn't quite make sense to me. Satyrs wouldn't make sense. Minotaurs might make sense.
I mean, we already encountered one.
Well, we already encountered one, which means there could be more. He said there were 2. Celestian, that is, says there were 2. And that there is treasure that we did miss in those rooms for sure. So we can go back and find it. Now, he didn't reveal where. I could attempt a second augury with another offering, and hone in then on where specifically. But I think we've been given enough information because we can strip those rooms top to bottom. We can, rip up, stones if we have to, tap on walls, whatever, because now that we know something is there, like positively, it's now worth taking the 10 minutes of room to go through and search it,
I agree with that. We do now have, I mean, we have a missing player who is in the process of making up a new character. If I understood correctly, he is creating a thief. Is that correct?
Yeah, we really could use a solid
Yeah.
dwarf, frankly, but yeah.
Use what?
I think we could use a dwarf thief personally, but that's just it's my bias because I love dwarves. They are my favorite.
Right.
And B, dwarves make excellent thieves.
Yeah, I don't know how far that he's gone down that path. What do we know anything about this forthcoming character at all, Bill?
Nope.
Okay.
You know anything that that Kevin has told you?
He has not told me anything. So, all right. I mean, elvish senses help with that. We'll have to spend some time, but we don't have anything that's going to be any better than what we had before. So we'll just have to go over it again. I mean, that's useful, certainly. I'm just enjoying myself and having some of the roasted meat, and am enjoying the night under the stars.
Indeed.
All By the way, those of you talking about Kender out there, just remember the word Kender sounds an awfully lot like kindling. All right. So, yes, the scent of cooking, it, wafts into the sky. It's delicious. Good time, fun time. You guys get your answers such as you do. You set up your little altar to Celestian. Sheep is, or the goat is taken care of, and then eaten. You're not sure when it happens. It's like it's literally a blink and you missed it, and the jewelry is gone. Like like you're staring at it. I got to blink at some point. Blink. Oh shit, it's gone. So, yeah, poof, gone into the ether.
Grimhammer's out there being a smarty pants. Yeah, thank you, Grimhammer. Some of us like to role play, if you don't mind.
Oh, mercy. All right.
Hey, Paul already cut off a drow's head, and it is pickling in the keep right now at the tavern.
To quote Cosmo Kramer, that's true. Alrighty, so what's next, guys? You wake up the next morning. Actually, you know what? You're lying in a field, in a moderately patrolled area. I think some people out there are interested to see whether or not we have something come ripping.
I'd like to roll a die.
Just you may not make it through my Berghoff thing. It's going, as I've described it, it's going to be a taut political thriller.
All right.
I've got a every other Saturday game where I spend 8 hours in a taut political thriller.
All right. So you guys wake up the next morning.
Thank God.
Stretch your legs. Farmer's out working his field. He studiously avoids you guys. What are you doing?
I mean, I think we're off to try to track down this spiritual wanderer.
Okay.
Yes, this individual must be tracked down, and today is the perfect morning for it. I see that the skies are somewhat clear with scattered clouds. A perfect day for all of us, I believe.
Okay, so your journey back to the regions of the keep are uneventful. Your ranger, using the information imparted to him and doing some tracking, decides
I
to
told
go.
you he was awesome.
Yeah. Takes you off the track, and then you're not sure why he led you back to the road, but you find yourselves back on the road, and he's like, yes, I just needed to get my bearings. So we will now go back and seek out this holy man. So back out into the wilderness. You can you go over a couple of rises before the woods get so thick you can't see. And you're close enough. You can see the keep in the distance, so you're not that far from it. But let's see.
The leaves have trees on them, or are we in a winter right now?
The leaves do in fact have trees on them.
The leaves have trees on them, yes.
Yes.
Trees have leaves.
Okay, so you push through the undergrowth for what seems like a small eternity. Branches swatting at you at every turn. And finally, you come to a clearing. There's a big spreading oak tree, and sitting underneath it is likely one of the least physically attractive people you've ever seen, who could not easily be classified as a monster. And I am going to show you guys exactly what you see. Let me do the old sniffing tool.
I have a question real quick.
I have an answer.
Can we discern? Okay, I'm glad. Can we discern his comeliness score?
poor.
-7.
It is poor. Yeah, you don't get revulsion. It's not that bad. So yes, so there's the fellow sitting in the hollow of a tree. He looks up at you and says, who are you? Why have you come to my dwelling?
I bump Holder slightly from behind, nudging him to the front.
I'm going to bump you back and push you in front of me. I am not the face of this party.
We seek.
Perhaps.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Paul.
I look at Durek.
You are strange.
They did not tell me
and
this.
Off-putting, the lot of you. What do you want from me?
We seek a.
I shall say this, man. I have been sent to ensure your well-being. I have been sent by the gods, or rather the agents of the gods. You can see my stripes, but you know I'm clean.
Ah, yes, I see there, all of you, and you have come to me, the high priest of the church of Humalama, have you? You
Indeed, for we
what?
seek your wise counsel.
Good. Yes, come closer to seek my wise counsel. His wise counsel,
Yeah, Durek. Go
reeks of human waste and other assorted things.
Sure, I'll take one step and then look over both of my shoulders to see if these guys have also taken a step.
Okay.
I mean, I'm letting him go. He's an old man. He doesn't seem to be a threat. I think it would be worse if we all went charging over there. Let's see what happens.
Hey, Durek. You can cure diseases like once a fortnight, right?
Indeed, I
Something
can.
like that. Can you?
Indeed, I can.
It's not going to cure the smell, but could you try it? Just an idea.
Well, if my God shows me that is the correct approach, then I shall certainly do so.
Maybe you can mend
noted,
his
brother.
madness, calm his brain fever.
Perhaps. Very well, I shall approach. Kindly, Oracle of the Woods.
All right. Okay, so you approach him. Your and your charisma is plus 35 on reaction rolls, right?
Yeah, let me just double check. Plus 30.
Plus 30. Okay. He says he like, stop! Before you approach, you must be wearing a holy symbol. He reaches into the hollow of the tree and pulls out a stick, fishes around with it, and then swings it out on a bit of natural cord, dried vine. You don't know. There's like lumps of clay have been squeezed around in various places, and there's you know, it looks like you'd put it around your neck.
Yeah, very well. It's no danger. At least no danger spiritually, because I don't believe a damn thing he's saying. So
okay,
whatever saves him.
Alrighty.
Am I now clean enough to approach?
Yes, you wear the holy symbol of my order. You may come closer.
All right, I'll go ahead and do that. If he shrieks out or something like that, I'll stop in my tracks. Otherwise, I'll look for something that I can sit on next to him and look into his eyes and speak to him.
in the tree, in the bowl of the tree, there are some crude pieces of handmade furniture, and he reaches in and picks up a stool, the kind for sitting on, not the kind that you anyway, and sets it, slides it over to you so you can sit.
It appears you have given me a proper chair.
He
Thank
grips
you.
your arm and pulls you close and says, "Brother, don't look now. There are spies behind you. They've come to steal from the Holy See."
Spies often do.
Act casually. Ah! He leans back.
Of course.
I will go.
So how
to
have
the
things
right.
been?
You will go to the right. Yes, yes. And then we will strike them down. Things
very
are
well.
very well here. Thank you for asking, brother. May I offer you something to eat? And he picks up it's got like a crab apple, it's a little puckered, but not in terrible condition.
Certainly, I shall partake. Thank you.
All right.
The road carries with it many hungers.
Okay. He picks one up and crunches it, chewing and letting pieces fall out of his mouth and everything. He says, brother, we must walk the labyrinth together in contemplation. You go that way, and I will go this way.
Very well, and I agree with your assessment in general. I might ask you a question. Have you seen the keep over yonder, just beyond that small copse of trees?
You mean the
evident.
fornicating fortress of sinners who are damned for all eternity? Yes, I have seen that place.
Right.
But
and
anyway,
well,
our stroll around the church grounds. You go that way, I'll go this way. And he proceeds to walk
okay.
kind of circuitously, like basically, if you consider his tree is at 12 o'clock, he's moving counterclockwise, and he kind of jerks his head in the clockwise direction for you.
All right, I'll entertain this for a moment. I'll do it. I'll do a circuit of it.
Okay, he gets to about the 9
clockwise.
o'clock position, raises his fingers to his lips, and blows a shriek. Let's see. The ranger in the party, the NPC ranger, looks up and is drawing his sword already, and he says, "Look out!" So I am not doing this as a DO joke, by the way, but yes, there's a great cat in the tree that is leaping down. This guy screeches, and out of like a skin bag hanging on his side, pulls a dagger and lunges at Holder. Actually, he's lunging towards Holder. The cat
boy.
is jumping down. I'm
going to cower behind my shield.
Okay, let's get declarations. The ranger is picking up his sword and shield because the great cat looks like it's going to leap in the midst of the party. Crinit is she's like what the hell? And drawing her sword while she's still sitting in the saddle. What is Paul doing?
I am going to cast continual light in the cat's face.
Okay.
And just try and blind it, down, kitty.
And I am going to, I've been prepared with my weapon already. I don't need to draw it, so I'm prepared to engage the cat.
All right. Okay. And Dooms, how about Durek?
Yeah, I'll jump into that front as ready as I can be to form the sort of the shield wall against the cat's inevitable leap.
Okay. So are you cowering or are you casting continual light, Holder?
I can do both at the same time, thank you. Powering is a free action.
Ah! Point. Okay, let's roll initiative. We'll start with Dooms. I got a 5. The party got a 6. Is that continual light or just light?
No, it's continual light.
It's continual light. Okay, so he's kind of in mid leap. He will definitely hit you, or get to you. Excuse me, get to you, potentially hitting you before your spell goes off. So let's just go ahead and do that.
I'm AC 1.
You're AC 1. Yeah, he kind of lands on your horse's neck, and your horse is like, it's swatting at you. Paul, are you striking at the cat?
Yes.
All right. Let's see. Continual light. How many segments is continual light? More of an object. Not a bird question.
Oh, to cast, you mean?
Yeah, light. Let's see. Continual light.
2.
Okay, so it's a 2-segment spell. This guy is. I'm gonna treat that as a charge with his dagger. He lunges at Crinit. So that's a total of 4. That 4, 5. AC 2. He is, I don't think that's gonna hit, but I'm gonna look anyway, just because that's how I roll. Attack matrices. We treat him as that. He just misses. Clang. But that blade puts a groove in the shield. All right. Now the kitty gets a saving throw. 11. Let's see.
I don't think so.
I think it failed.
You do?
I think an 11 fails for a mountain lion. You bet your
Oh
ass
no,
it
yeah,
fails.
failed. I thought you meant the spell failed.
No, you think it's a mountain lion?
Yes, and I am disappointed that he failed, because I was ready with this. Just to kind of keep the holy diver things going. But anyway, so yes, Kitty is now thrashing around on the ground, howling and hissing and swatting at his face. This guy is screaming, and he looks like I can't remember the actor's name, but he was in Poltergeist 2. Julian was his last name. He's a really great character actor. But anyway, he's trying to stab at you guys. So Kitty's on the ground, howling and thrashing around.
And is blind.
What are you guys doing now? The ranger just looks over, looks at this guy, narrows his eyes, draws his sword. I've got a cure for insanity.
I'm attacking the cat when I can.
All right. Well, I mean, that he was well, yeah, he can attack the cat. Go ahead, Paul, and strike at the cat if you want.
Nice.
18 will hit. This mountain lion is actually probably, I've committed to it, so I'm not really super fussed about it. But let's see. Yes, thank you, Adobe Reader. I absolutely want you to read a summary of this document for me, since it's long. Guys, do you want to sit there and let Adobe Reader read the monster manual to us? Lion, mountain lion.
Medium?
See. Yes, it is medium.
Okay. So this plus 5, so 12.
Yeah, its complaints are quelled. This drives that guy into a berserk frenzy. He is screaming and lunging at you, Paul, in the next round. What is Durek doing?
I'm gonna attack with the flat of the blade or the pommel or whatever. I'm attempting to perform subdual damage.
All right, Crinit and the other fellow are not striking with their blade. They're finishing their round striking at him, and they miss. They're on horseback. This guy is screeching. Everything's freaky weird. They miss.
Paul
So
tells them, use the flat of your blades.
all right. They're taking orders from you, so they will do that. Let's see. Kabuki, this is real weak, but I'll try it. It's a good thing he didn't sneak up on them and get a Beck stab. I don't.
Is Holy Diver, is that Van Halen? Am I remembering that correctly?
No, you are not. That is Ronnie James Dio.
Okay, I don't know what that's. I don't know the metal stuff.
Listen to more metal, my friend.
Yes.
See, there are multiple genres, right? So it can actually take the place of all music in your life. There's electronic metal.
All right, so yes, it was Julian Beck was the actor, an absolutely very cool guy as far as his acting ability went. All right, so pommels, sword blade flats. This guy is screaming. I am giving him significant attack bonuses, and he is now lunging directly at Gonzalo. Let's go ahead. Sword flat attacks. What about Holder? What is Holder doing? You're muted if you're talking there.
DJ. Oh, my apologies. As far as I'm concerned, declaration of actions. I'm good. The priest, like I dealt with the mountain lion. I don't really need to do anything. The hermit, is he really still resisting? Like, do I think he's like?
Oh yeah, he's in a berserk froth. Think Gollum when he is trying to get the ring from Frodo inside Mount Doom.
I'm going to attempt a command, and my command will my command will be surrender.
Okay. Let's go ahead and roll initiative, and we will go to Paul. D6, please.
All right.
Come on.
I got a 5. Party got a 3.
Oof.
Lunges at Paul.
Yeah, Damien 247 says you play D&D, but you don't listen to metal. Yes, because I no longer wear a jean jacket and I'm not in the smoking lounge in junior high. Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah. You just kind of bring your shield up. This guy, he's getting closer than you'd like him to. Your hirelings, however, have something to say about that. 10 and 6. The 10.
Flat of the blade, remember?
Flat of the blade, right. So that's going to be 8 points of subdual damage. Do Wappa. That's going to be 1 point of subdual damage. Tap. All right. Durek, you wanna swing on him there?
Absolutely.
All right. Do so.
Yes, sir.
That will hit.
Oh yeah, AC 0.
All subdual damage.
Right. So that still gets a strength bonus, correct?
Yes, absolutely. Just 75% of this is
right. So the result was a 5.
A 5. Yeah. So you batter him. He is still trying to get to Paul and do him great harm, but he now gets a save, which he makes. He spits on you, Holder. He literally, like, just a gobbet of spittle, plap right in the middle of your shield.
That's fine.
He is continuing to fight and claw, and all right. Let's see. He's screaming at you, Durek. Not me! Kill them! Kill them! Kill them! Kill them! He still thinks you're allied with him, I guess. Let's declarations. Is Holder doing anything differently? Are you casting Holder person?
I wasn't going to, but Holder's not going to do anything else today, really. So I'm gonna make him save at minus, what is it, -2, -4,
-2 because he's a single target.
-2, yeah, for that. And I'm going to tell everybody else, leave off, only defend yourselves. We may as well take him alive.
Okay. All right.
Kabuki Kid says Paul knows that metal evolved. Now, I think you mean Gonzalo, not Paul. Paul is my character. Gonzalo knows that metal evolved, right? Yes. My answer to that is Spinal Tap.
Okay.
First off, my answer to that is that the character and the player are one. Didn't you learn anything from like 1982?
That's why I try to make sure that when I say that there have been deaths in a game, that I don't say I killed a bunch of players. All right, let's roll initiative. It is TK's turn. I got a 5 again with the 5s.
Ooh.
Got Dave Brubeck, the Jackson 5. Any other 5s I'm missing? I can't drive 55. All right, he's going to go first, and he is once again trying to put that dagger right up your jacksie, Paul. And he does not succeed. He needs to make a saving throw at -2. That becomes an 11, and I need to see spells. Well, yeah, he makes his save there. He doesn't even pause in his attacks. So everybody left off. Everybody like has their shields up. The NPCs kind of look at you like,
I mean,
turn and rear back with their weapon.
I really wouldn't have done that unless, I mean, that's fine. I mean,
all right. New round. Durek, you're going to try and brain him this round?
Yes, sir.
All right. Paul, how about you?
Flat of the sword.
All right. So will the NPCs. Initiative time. Dooms.
All right.
Oh, I got a 4.
Oh,
I'm worse.
Come on. 5. 4.
All right. As
That's
a tie,
right.
his dagger will strike at Paul first. God damn it. By the way, the dagger is glowing. Dagger
sweet.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Flat of the sword attacks from the 2. Yeah, basically, you guys surround them in a circle. They're like, "We are done with what?" It is. You guys have a drum circle, and he's the guest of honor. Third, yeah, he's. Go ahead and roll yours, Dooms, but he is essentially unconscious at this point.
That's
All
fine.
right, I'll be happy to do so. Yeah, 4, 2, whatever.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah. So you beat him unconscious.
I'm gonna take a rope quickly. I'm gonna tie him up. We shall return him to the keep.
Well,
for he is their problem.
Weren't you going to try to heal him?
At this point, I believe that he is alive and that the priesthood can take care of it. We have done what we must. Someone search that tree, however.
Okay.
Somebody else can search the tree. I'm going to go ahead and stabilize him with a cure light wounds just to make sure he's all right.
All right.
I'll search the tree.
All right, buried under a few inches of dirt and leaves, there's a crude fired clay container. It is full of silver. There is some gold mixed in. And there is what is clearly a vial with some kind of potion or liquid, I should say, liquid in it.
You do realize this must be returned to the temple. They may dole it out as they wish, correct?
Who are you talking to?
Out loud into the void.
Because that was the goal to they were asking us to return a stolen treasure.
They were asking us to return, to find out what was going on with this individual and returning the information. I believe since we were returning the individual, we may as well return whatever he possessed.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why you would say that. I don't agree. I think this is the spoil of what we did. They didn't ask for this. You've just given them a massive donation. I'm for keeping this.
Well, very well. I still think that it should be disclosed.
That's fine. We took a clay container containing some silver and gold coins and a vial with some kind of liquid as our price for returning him safely.
Very well. I'm in agreement with this.
Okay. So yes, you have subdued this fellow. You have his treasure is not particularly heavy, not to Paul. You note he has a gold ring on one finger. That is, despite his filthy condition, it's shiny. As your companions are tying him up, one of them slips it off and is like, "Oh, I don't think he's going to need this in a madhouse, is he?"
That is party treasure, friend.
Of course, I'm just saying he's not going to need it.
Who took it?
And nor does he need his dagger, I would assume.
Crinit.
Okay.
Yeah, the dagger is just lying on the ground.
Well, the dagger and the ring might be something we could get identified when we get back to the keep.
Alrighty, so with that
glowing,
said,
right? The dagger was glowing.
The dagger was glowing while he was wielding it, and if you pick it up and hold it aloft, it also glows.
All right, so I wrote down all of that treasure just on my sheet here. That's not to say it's mine. It's just in my notes.
No, that's fine. So we'll go ahead and leave it off there. We've run a little bit late. You guys are at the tree. Dead mountain lion, live-ish, crazy man. So Paladin Steve, glowing dagger, orcs. Thank you three for sticking in there tonight. Kevin, if you're watching or listening, we hope you're feeling better, buddy, and you'll be back. And Tim, if you're gonna fly to the moon, bring me back some cheese. I would really appreciate that. But guys, I'm gonna let this group head on back to the green room. Tomorrow night, I believe Kyle will be here. I will double check with him on that, where I get to prop my feet up and lean my chair back while he runs some TTRPG stuff. And if he doesn't, well, we'll have some fun anyway. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you, Paladin, Stephen, Grimhammer, for your supers. Uncle Brat, thank you so much for your very, very generous super. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you a lot. Kabuki, thank you. I just got to pop a couple Tylenol really for the back. So we will return tomorrow night, barring any attacks by wandering monsters of the owlbear variety. Peace. Good night. Love you all.
Have you seen my owlbear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owlbear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around. Some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle way off course? Naked as a toad all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action action flicks to dancing dicks. Just take me